All right, ladies. So I've switched the format a little bit. We're still gonna do a great strong flow, but I have my friend Amanda who's going to be doing the actual most of the practice. And that way I can cue you guys a little bit better on alignment. It's so different when I'm doing it with you guys, so I figured we would try this out and we can go a little bit deeper into alignment, into strength and power, and holding our poses for a little bit longer because I'll be more aware because I'm watching more than doing. Yeah, sound good? Okay, we're gonna start, and the only thing that I'm gonna switch today is normally you can start integration at the front of your mat facing forward, but let's start lengthwise on the mat because we're going to come into a couple wide forward folds and wide goddess squats. Okay, so we'll start with our mat lengthwise as if you were facing sideways in the yoga studio. Okay, and then I think it's time, so I'll wait just one more minute and I'll get everyone going. Welcome, welcome. All right, so it looks like it's ladies afternoon. All right, so we're gonna start standing. Catherine, you just joined, but what I was saying earlier is normally we face the front of the mat and we start integration there. I want you to be facing sideways on your mat so you have the whole length of it, and that's how we're gonna start, okay? So first we're going to start with feet together. Just the heels are slightly apart, okay? And just lengthen your arms, drop the shoulders down. Try to feel like you're lifting up through the crown of your head, but you're also rooting down through your feet, okay? Take a giant breath in, and then open your mouth and empty the breath all the way. Next, inhale, sweep the arms above you. Join the hands, exhale, bring them to heart center. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at your hands as you join them. Exhale, bring them to heart center. Empty the breath all the way out. A few more times. Inhale, sweeping the arms, lifting the heart and the gaze. Exhale, hands return to the heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms. And exhale, bring them to heart center. All right, we're gonna come into standing half moon. So again, sweep the arms above you. Let's keep the hands apart though. And then soften your knees just a little bit. Soften the shoulders. We're gonna bend over to the right side first. I want you to try to keep your hips square to the floor. Okay? And really soften through the rib cage and the shoulders. Every exhale, try to bend a little deeper into that side. And just allowing the head to go with the body, so not trying to hold the head up at all. With our next inhale, come back to center, lengthen your legs again. And as you exhale, soften your knees and fold to the other side. Again, feeling that same anchor. Hips stay steady and centered. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Ribs are soft because sometimes the ribs want to pop out. One more breath to go a little deeper into the bend. And then inhale and come back to center. Take a big breath in, empty it out. We're gonna move through that with breath. Now inhale to bend to the right. Exhale to come back up and stand tall in the center. Inhale to bend to the left. Exhale to come back to center. We'll just do that 2 more times. Inhale, bending to the right. Soften the knees. Exhale, stand tall. One more time. Inhale, bending opposite side. And exhale, come back to center. Next inhale, look up at your hands. Join them once again. And exhale, bring them to heart center. Separate your legs wide. A little wider than hips width distance. Okay? And then we're also going to slightly rotate the toes out from here. Inhale, sweep the arms above you. And exhale, we're going to come into goddess. And we'll move with the breath here too. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, go low into this goddess squat. squat. Keep the heart open. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky. And exhale, dropping the tailbone down towards the earth. 2 more times here. Inhale, lengthen everything as you reach the fingertips. Exhale, see if you can go even lower into your squat. One last time. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, come down into goddess. We're going to stay here. Release the hands to the hips. And then we're going to lift the right heel and lower it. And then the opposite heel. So just continue a steady flow of breath, whatever feels best to you. Maybe you inhale when you lift the heel, exhale when you lower it. Try to stay really, really stable through your center so we're not shifting our weight side to side here. Start to engage your core. Feel your center come together. Soften those shoulders down. Keep looking straight ahead so that your spine stays neutral. We'll do 1 more on each side. Right and left. From here, we're gonna rise up. Rotate your feet so that your toes are pointing forward now. Keep your spine long, hinge at the hips. When your torso is parallel to the floor, release your hands, place them right next to each other. Now inhale, send the right arm up for an open twist. Exhale, come back to the earth. Inhale, opposite left arm reaches, follow it with your gaze. Exhale, bring it back. Just 1 more on each side. Inhale, rotating, lifting upwards. Exhale, coming back to earth. And 1 more time on the left. Inhale, sending it up for that twist. Exhale, coming back down. Now from here, pivot to face the front of your mat. And we'll come into tabletop on hands and knees. Okay, organize your wrists under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips. Next, inhale, right arm and left leg lengthen. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale to come back to center. A few more times on each side. This time, definitely linking your breath to your movement. Every time you inhale, feel oppositional energy as you reach in 2 directions. And the exhale brings you back to center. Go through 1 more round on each side. 1 more right arm, left leg. 1 more left arm, right leg. And then we'll meet in tabletop. Okay, from there, we'll take a giant breath in. With your exhale, tuck your toes into the mat, send it into downward facing dog, lifting the hips up, sending them back, and just maybe walking your feet back a tiny bit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna start cueing you from here. So if you need some movement, you can walk out your dog, you can alternate the heels down. If you see Amanda, she has her knees soft, so because this is the first downward dog of the day, we're trying to gently open up the back line of the legs. So keep a little bend in the knees, keep a little bend in the elbows. And then start rooting down firmly through your palm, through your knuckles, through your fingertips. As you push away the earth and lengthen the arms, slide the shoulders away from the ears. Okay? Try to feel the heart open as it reaches towards your thighs. And then you want to feel that reach upwards through the tailbone and then the reach downward through your heels. Take a giant breath in. Empty it all the way out. From downward dog, we're going to glide into a high plank. So once you get your shoulders over your wrists, now walk your feet back just a little bit. Okay, we're going to talk about alignment in plank here. So again, we want the shoulders directly over the wrists, a little softness in the elbows, looking towards the front of your mat. You want a long line from the crown of your head all the way to your heels here. Her knees are soft, so that's perfect. And I want her to feel like she's curling her tailbone underneath her, but also softening the ribs towards the hip bones. We're just taking 1 more breath in here. With your exhale, find your low plank and hold your low plank. 3, 2, on 1, soften all the way down. Untuck your toes, slide the hands right under the shoulders, and just a few little cobras here. Inhale, reach the crown of your head forward, lifting up. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, reaching first, then lifting. Exhale, replacing the spine down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. And now this time we're gonna reach the arms in front of us. Keep rooting down just through the fingertips, and we'll take a few more breaths. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Exhale to lower them down. Inhale, press into your fingertips now and lift. Exhale to roll down. This time, inhale, lift up, press into your fingertips, stay for the exhale, float to your left leg and then your right one, but keep rooting down through your fingertips. Move the shoulders down away from the ears and feel lengthening through the legs here. Take one more breath in, and with your exhale, soften everything down. Come back to your tabletop, and then from here we'll go through a couple rounds of cow and cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, shift your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, flex your spine. Couple more here. Inhale, bend the elbows as you extend the spine. Exhale, push away the earth. One more time, deep inhale, full exhale. Come back to a neutral spine, send your left leg back, and then your right one into your high plank. You're gonna come into side plank. Take your left arm up to the sky. Okay, either stagger your feet, stack them, or kickstand your bottom leg. We're holding here just for a count of about 10. Right, so finding that strong center. Right, keep your gaze forward so that your neck stays long and in line with your spine. We'll hold for just 3, 2. On 1, take a breath in. With your exhale, come back to high plank. Inhale, side plank, opposite side. So again, either staggering the feet, stacking them, or finding that kickstand for just about a count of 10 here. Strong, steady breath. Last 3, 2. Take a deep breath in. Now exhale, high through low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and we'll set this up. Okay, so let's talk about alignment. You're pressing the tops of the feet into the earth here. And I'm gonna have her press a little more firmly so that her legs lift up off the earth. Shoulder blades come together. Shoulders move away from the ears. Take one more breath in. With your exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Very nice, I can see you guys, very good. Take a giant breath in here, and then empty it all the way out. All right, next inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, walk to the front of your mat for a ragdoll forward fold. So for ragdoll, make sure your feet are at least hips width distance apart, knees are soft, let your head hang down, release the weight of the arms. And of course, if you'd like, you can bind opposite elbow with opposite hand. Let's take a little bit of swaying side to side with the torso. And just give yourself these few breaths and notice how each time you exhale, it's that opportunity to physically decompress the body. So I want you to feel space opening up in the spine, in the back of your legs, right? Every breath giving you a little bit more room here. If you did take a bind with your arms, go ahead and switch. Place the opposite arm in front, and we'll stay for just a few more quiet breaths here. For these last couple of breaths, release the fingertips to the earth, shake out your head. See if you can lift your tailbone a little bit. So get more space open through the back of the legs. You should feel a nice stretch through the hamstrings, the glutes, Maybe all the way down even into the back of the knees and the calves. We'll take a breath in, empty it out, heel to the feet together, and take your time rising up to standing. First, we'll tuck the hips, the pelvis, then we'll move through the low spine, the mid spine, the upper spine. Once you're upright, take a giant breath in, sweep your arms above you, join the hands, exhale, bring them to heart center. Just allow yourself to close your eyes very briefly. I invite you always to set an intention for your practice. And just notice how busy the mind might be in this moment. We want to try to draw in as much quiet, calm energy as we can. So just give yourself an opportunity to detach, even if it's just for the next 45 minutes or so. Okay? Moving away from the internal conversations, right? All the noise, all the chaos that might be filling that space. If you did, set an intention, seal it in, take a long breath in. Open your mouth and empty the breath all the way. Release your hands, blink open your eyes, come to the front of your mat and we'll start our sun salutations. On an inhale, sweep the arms above you. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, step or jump back, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog, pause to open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose and allow the breath to come out through the mouth all the way. One more time, deep, deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, relax the throat, empty it all the way. Next inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine here. Exhale, hang your head as you fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Feel the heart and the gaze lift. Exhale to dive all the way down. Inhale, coming up halfway, long line here. Exhale, chaturanga, high through low plank. Inhale, scooping upward facing dog, looks so good. Exhale, downward facing dog, excellent. Draw a long breath in through your nose. As you empty it, try to reach the heels deeper into the earth. One more time, long deep breath in. And with your exhale, heels rooting more firmly. Next inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway, really lengthen here. Exhale, hang your head as you fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale to dive all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog, pause and open. Exhale, downward facing dog, very nice. Take a few breaths here, same rhythm of inhale through the nose, so you're drawing energy in, and a strong emptying breath out through the mouth. Just continuing that sense of clearing some space with the breath, right? Every time you exhale, just releasing anything that feels tense, anything that feels congested. With your next breath in, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair pose. So you're gonna bend in those three spots, the ankles, the knees, and the hips. As you sweep your arms up, sit a little deeper in and start to distribute the weight. Where do you feel strongest? Maybe you shifted a little further back onto the heels, or maybe it feels better towards the toes. But tune in now. Where can you go with this posture? Where can you feel the challenge of it, but also feel strong and organized? Squeeze the inner thighs together. Allow the shoulders to soften. And make sure your neck is in line with your spine, so you're not looking directly forward. I'm going to tilt your head down just a little bit. Yeah, you're looking slightly forward and down here. See if we can sit a little deeper in, and then possibly lift your heels up. Try some balance. Just an added little effort here for the last couple of breaths. Stay strong and steady, fully connected. Lower your heels to the earth. Take a breath in. With your exhale, fold back to Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga, high through low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll step the right foot through for warrior one from here. Dial the left heel into the center of your mat. As you step that front foot forward, you want to have at least hips width distance between your 2 feet. And that way, you can start to square your hips forward. Okay? You want to stay centered through both legs. Strong roots through the outer edge of your back foot, and her leg is long and straightish. And then a spiral inward here. Okay, then we keep bending deeply into the front right knee. You want to feel a little bit of a tuck of your tailbone so you can engage the low belly and lengthen your spine. Yes, perfect. From here, we'll take one more breath in. Lift your gaze, maybe press the hands together. Exhale, send it down to the earth. High through low plank, go through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, step your left foot through. Let's see how warrior one feels on this left side. So remember that distance between your feet looks so good. And then take a time to scan from the foundation up. Notice how both feet feel on the earth, right? The back outer edge, that's where you want to root on that back right foot. And then feel strong through your whole left foot as you bend into that left knee. Keep reaching through your fingertips, but let the arms just settle into the shoulder socket here. Heart stays open, ribs are soft. A little tuck of your tailbone, engage your center. Very good. Take a breath in, look up, possibly join your hands. And with the exhale, send it down to the earth, Chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Take a breath in, draw energy in. Open your mouth, let that breath go. Ha. We'll do that one more time. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Now inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair pose, just one breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to the earth, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Step your right foot through. Deep breath in, warrior one. Full breath out, Chaturanga, back to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing, left foot through. Warrior one, breath in. Empty the breath, Chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Take that breath in through the nose. Empty it all the way through the mouth. One more time, longer and deeper in through the nose. And then feel it completely empty on the way out. Next inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, hang your head. Inhale to your chair pose, one breath in. As you exhale, fold and melt. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to the earth, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog, open heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot through. Take a deep breath in, warrior one. Sweep the arms high above you. And you exhale, return to the earth, Chaturanga. Stay strong as you inhale, upward facing dog. Empty the breath, downward facing. Left foot will step through. A giant breath in, warrior one. And empty it all the way down, returning to the earth, Chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing. Deep exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. Take a breath in, reorganize, re-energize. Empty the breath all the way out. From downward facing dog, we're going to step the right foot through for a low runner's lunge first. So just like in Warrior One, you want that same hips width distance between your feet so that you feel strong and stable. From here, about a 90-degree bend in that front knee. Reach back through your left heel and notice if your center is sinking at all. Stay strong and lifted through your center. Sweep the arms behind you. From here, we're going to take a breath in and rise up into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. As you reach up towards the sky with your fingertips, soften the back knee just enough to be able to, again, find that little curl of the tailbone underneath you. Once you do that, you should feel more open space through the front of the left hip, and you should be able to lengthen your spine a bit more. We're going to do a few movements with breath. Inhale, bend both knees, come down towards the earth. Exhale, rise back up to your crescent lunge. Inhale, down towards the earth. Exhale, rising up. 2 more times. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, we lengthen. 1 more time. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Bring your hands together. Draw them into the heart. With a breath in, hinge at the hips, reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, twist to your right side. Right, so try and hook that left elbow on the outer edge of that right thigh, very close to the knee joint. Keep that strong reach back through your left heel. Stay strong through your center. And then from here, with every exhale, that's where we find rotation through your center, through the ribs. The shoulders will stay soft. From here, if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can open up your arms. Reach the right hand to the sky, the left hand to the earth. Try to follow the right hand with your gaze and look up towards the sky. We'll take just 1 more breath in. With your exhale, release your hands to frame your right foot. From here, we're going to take off into Dakasana, airplane. So all the power comes through that right leg. We're going to lift the left one up and sweep the arms behind us here. Try to keep your hips and your shoulders square to the earth. Feel a lot of oppositional energy again. Reach the crown of your head forward. Open the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a breath in. With your exhale, back to a low runner's lunge. Land lightly and with control. Root down your hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, step back to high plank. We're going to hold this high plank for a count of 10. So just like an integration, strong through your foundation. Keep your gaze towards the front of your mat. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the joints a little soft here. Take 1 more breath in. With your exhale, go through your low plank and hold that low plank. Another count of 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Empty the breath all the way out. Start to let the breath be sort of a cleansing sensation, right? In with all of the new energy and out with anything stagnant. And then you'll find that really steady circular rhythm of breath, all right? Cleaning yourself from the inside out. All right, from here, let's step the left foot through for a low runner's lunge once again. So those same cues here, make sure you have enough distance between your feet so that you feel balanced and stable. All right, from here, we're gonna lift up through the center, sweep the arms behind you. Good. Find a long line from the crown of your head all the way to that back right heel. And then from here, we're ready for Anjaneyasana. Sweep the arms up. Yes, and as the arms go up, very good. The tailbone drops down. You have a long neutral spine, a very soft bend in the back knee. Start to soften the shoulders, the ribs. Find a strong connection through your center and stay really, really organized through your foundation. This looks so good. As you inhale, bend both knees, go down towards the earth. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, bending down. Exhale, rising up. 2 more times. Inhale, bend and lower. Exhale, rise, rise, rise. 1 more time. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, back to your crescent lunge. Bring the hands together, draw them into the heart. Inhale, hinge at the hips, lean forward. Exhale, twist over to your left side. Very good. So either pressing your hands or maybe even the fists together, try to create that long vertical line, elbow to elbow, or if you choose to open up your arms, hand to hand. And we're looking for all those points again. Strong back leg, okay? A lift through your center so you're not sinking. Soft shoulders. Shoulder blades can come together behind you, and then the exhale is what's rotating you through your center and your ribs. Try to look up towards the sky. Take just 1 more breath in. Exhale, come back to frame your left foot, low runner's lunge. Prepare yourself with a breath. With your exhale, take flight into your airplane. And really taking your time here, right? Feel stable through your foundation of your left foot. Activate that back right leg. Keep the hips, the shoulders squaring down. And then see if you can open the heart and lift it just a tad bit more. Stay strong and steady through your breath. We'll take 1 more inhale. Exhale back to low runner's lunge with control and lightness. Root down your hands, take a breath in. Exhale, high plank. 1 more time, holding for about a count of 10 here. Keep your gaze slightly forward, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Feel everything be integrated here. We'll hold just for a few more seconds. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, low plank and hold once again, just for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose and fully out through the mouth. 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Full breath out through the mouth. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale, inhale, and exhale. Let it go. Take your right leg straight up towards the ceiling as if you're coming into a 3-legged dog, but then let's open up that right hip. Bend your right knee. Try to reach that right heel towards your bum, and then keep lifting and reaching the right knee back and up. You should get a good opening through the whole right side of your hip. From here, we'll take a breath in, step the right foot through, coming back to warrior 1. Excellent. And then from warrior 1, take a breath in. With your exhale, open up to warrior 2. Very good. Perfect. So in warrior 2, this looks so good already. You want to have that same sense of being centered between both of your legs. No, Amanda's going in the opposite direction. I'm just going to mirror you girls because I can see that's okay. You can stay. You can stay. And then from here, so the centered part right here. Sometimes when we're bending into the front knee, we tend to lean into it. Since you can see yourself in the screen, take it to your advantage, right? Center yourself between both legs. And then start to really reach in 2 directions. Maybe bending a tiny bit more into that front knee. Yeah, and then shifting your gaze somewhere over that right hand. And as we hold for a few breaths, The effort here is in keeping that intention and in continuing to cultivate that sense of presence, which sometimes these are the moments in our practice where the mind tries to drag us away, to distract us. So just give yourself the opportunity to just live in the breath for a couple more. One more breath in and out. Let's flip the front palm over. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, we're going to come right into side angle. So the position of the leg stays the same. As you land your forearm on your thigh, try to make sure you don't feel a collapse. Okay, so we've already strengthened through our center. Stay lifted. Reach through the crown of your head. You can either send that left arm up to the sky or fully extended side angle. It goes over your head. And then from here, let's start to rotate and reach the heart upwards. Feel a whole lot of rooting down through your back foot here. Try to soften the ribs as you reach the heart up towards the sky. We'll be here for a few breaths, so if you have binds in your practice or bird of paradise or anything else that you like to do, hand a little closer to the earth. Take the last few breaths and go into the variations that work for your practice today. We'll keep rotating and lifting up. Notice if that left shoulder is elevating, drop it back down. All right, we'll take one more breath in here. With the exhale, rise back up into warrior two. Good, take a breath in and out to reset. And we'll go into Trikonasana from here. First, let's straighten the front leg. Then we'll move the back one in just a little bit. As you start to pull the right hip back, lengthen your spine. Try to get your torso parallel to the earth. And then land your hand, or you can already float it. It can go right on the inside of that right leg, sort of pressing into it. And a strong reach upwards through your left hand. Try to follow that as well with your gaze. No sense of collapsing or side bending here. The spine is staying neutral. The legs are staying long. You can have just that slight bend in the knee. And we'll stay for just a couple more breaths. Again, if you have variations that you like to do this, you can always float an arm. You can float both arms and just engage a little bit more of your center. Or if you feel strong where you are, just maybe try lengthening your breath a tiny bit more. We'll take one more breath in. And with the exhale, rise back up. Let's bring the hands to the hips. And we're going to come into Prasarita. So we'll turn the toes slightly outward. Let's take a bind. Interlace your hands behind you. Reach the knuckles down to the earth first, then open the heart. And we're going to reach the crown of the head forward, keeping the spine long and neutral. And then release the head all the way down, reaching the arms up and over your head. Take a few more breaths here. Try to let your head be as heavy as possible. One more inhale. With your exhale, just release your arms, but stay in your fold. We're going to walk the hands forward now and rotate the feet so that the toes are slightly turned in. Keep walking your hands forward until you can pull the heart through the arms and feel a whole lot of length through your spine. And then we'll walk the hands back just so they're right underneath your shoulders. You're going to bend into your right knee. Rotate the left leg up so the toes point towards the sky. And then just walk your hands back to where you feel support here. Okay? It's a very deep flexion in the right leg, the ankle, the knee, and the hip. So use the power and the strength of your arms to hold you upright. I'd like you to get a nice deep stretch in the midline of that left leg. Soften the shoulders, just breathe into this. And then we'll walk the hands back through center, root down your left foot, bend the ankle, knee, and hip, rotate the right leg up, walk your hands to where you feel supported. Very good, yes. A few breaths here. It's a very deep opener through that whole midline of the leg. Let's come back through center, replace your right foot to the earth, and then from here, we're gonna pivot to the front of your mat, find a low runner's lunge, but immediately step back into high plank. So for this, you have the option to lower the knees. We're gonna do 5 chaturanga push-ups. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. 3 more times. Strong breath in and out. Last 2. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. At the top, take a breath in. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. Take a few breaths here. You can either stay in your downward facing dog for those breaths if you need a moment of reset, maybe a child's pose, right? Something restful. Just take this opportunity to allow the heart rate to come down a little bit and just reorganize your intention, your breath, whatever you feel might need some energy. Draw it in. And then we'll continue on to the left side. So if you have taken a posture other than downward dog, make your way back to downward facing dog and we'll start from there. Excuse me. And Amanda, if you want to turn around, we'll do the same thing and we'll, let's see. Let's take the left foot forward and rise up into warrior 1. I'm going to see where we end up. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will be right. Perfect. From warrior 1, take a breath in, and then we'll exhale and open up to warrior 2. Did we end up like they are? Yes. Okay, perfect. And since you already did this side, you know what? Go ahead and go that direction because they can't see it, and that way you'll be even. There you go. Okay, so let's set it up that same way. We want to feel the strong roots from both of your feet. The back one, the important part is the outer edge. Keep reaching the outer edge of that right foot into the earth, and then bend a little deeper into the left knee. Especially, yes, I can see you can have a little bit more range of motion. Stay centered, soft shoulders. Open the heart as you reach your arms in 2 directions. Allow the breath to be the only thing that you listen to for a moment. Just taking in the stillness and the breath. All right, from warrior 2, we're gonna flip the front palm over. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Parsvakonasana. Yes, so again, landing that forearm very lightly on your leg. And I can see your alignment, it looks really good. So we don't wanna feel like we're bending sideways. We're keeping the length all the way through the crown of the head. As you breathe, start to rotate and lift the heart up towards the sky. And sometimes when we rotate, the low back tends to arch. So if you could find softness through the ribs, there we go, a little better. Softness through the top of the shoulder. You can bend your elbow as much as you need to get there. If you added a variation, okay, go ahead and do that now, whether it was a bind or taking that bottom hand closer to the earth, or you can just keep working on more rotation through your center. Just see what feels best today. You have a few more breaths here. Bird of paradise. Yes. Take one more breath in wherever you are in this posture. Use your exhale to rise up. All right, let's set up for Trikonasana, triangle. Straighten your front left leg, walk your right foot in just a tad, and then feel again that opposition, right? So we want to pull the hip back as we reach and lengthen forward. Once you get about parallel to the earth, then you land that left hand. Yep. Send the right hand reaching upward as if somebody was pulling you up from your wrist. Notice how the legs feel. They should be straight, but with that tiny softness in the knee joint. The belly, the center should be strong, so keep engaging your center. Soften the shoulders. Try to look up towards that top hand. Again, if you want to float one or both arms for the last few breaths, just to feel a little bit more connection through your center, take the last few breaths and take any variation that feels right for today's practice. We'll take just one more breath in here. With your exhale, rise back up. Bring the hands to the hips and then rotate to face the front or side of your mat again. We're going to do a few more goddess squats here. So if you want to turn and face me, you can, or you can keep looking away. So for these, I do want the rotation outward of the thighs, and your ankles should be wider than your shoulders, okay? We're going to come first into goalpost arms, and we'll sit low into goddess. No movement at first. Once you arrive here, again, try not to let your center sink. You want to feel that little lift right here, so your whole pelvis is strong, and then feel a little curl of the tailbone, sort of a baby upper ab curl, so now your center is strong. And then start reaching the shoulder blades together to open the heart more. Now reach both arms up to the sky. We're still holding this goddess squat. We're going to take Garudasana arms. So take your right arm underneath your left one. Lift the elbows just in front of the shoulders. And now we're going to move. Take a breath in. With your exhale, rise up. Keep your bind. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise up. 2 more times. Inhale, lower, keeping your bind. Exhale, rise. 1 more time. Inhale, lower. As you exhale, rise and release your arms. Take the opposite one underneath. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, rise up. 3 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up you go. Last 2 breaths. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. And one last time. Inhale to lower. Exhale, release the arms. Bring them to your hips. Rotate towards the front of your mat. And we're going to step all the way to the front. We're going to come into a few balances here. Amanda, you can keep facing that way. Let's start with tree pose, Vrikshasana. So we're going to bring the right foot into the left leg first. We'll begin with hands bound together at your heart, Anjali Mudra. And then from there, I invite you to take any variation that you like in this posture. You can send the arms up and grow branches. You can take a side bend. Just see what feels good today. And whatever variation you took, take one more breath in. With your exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. We're going to lift that right knee up and forward and extend the leg. Okay, try your hardest not to lean back. Try to stay really tall and lifted. Deep work in the hip flexor here, in the quad. You should feel all of that energy. From here, we're going to send the arms up to the sky. Take a breath in with your exhale, Natarajasana, dancer's pose. We'll bring that right leg back, catch the inside of the foot, and then start to reach the heart forward as you reach that right leg back. Try to keep squaring your hips and your shoulders down to the earth. Try to lift that back right foot up towards the sky. Open the heart as wide as you can for one more breath in. And with your exhale, come right back up to standing. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Empty it out. We'll do that on the other side. Vrikshasana. The left foot will come into the right leg this time. We'll begin together. Anjali Mudra bind. From here, move into any variation of your tree pose for the last few breaths. Let's take one more breath in. With your exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Bring the left knee forward this time and extend the leg. Keep lifting up through the crown of your head. Find a strong sense of engaging everything through your center to lift the leg as high as you can without leaning back, without flexing the spine. Strong and steady through your breath. We'll take one more inhale, sweep the arms up. With your exhale, find your dancer's pose. Reach that left leg behind you, catch the inside of the foot. And then move slowly as you start reaching in two directions, the heart forward, the left leg back. Also feeling that lift upwards through the heart, through that back left foot. Take one more breath in. With your exhale, rise up to standing. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll go through vinyasa to move on from here. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Come forward into your high plank one more time. From here, rotate whatever direction you want to go first into Vashisthasana, your side plank. So remembering the foundations available, kickstand, staggered feet, or stacked feet. Bring the top hand behind your head. With your inhale, reach the elbow down towards the earth, rotate. Exhale, back to center. 4 more times like that, nice and slow. Inhale, elbow points down. Exhale, elbow points up. Last 3 breaths. Two more times. One more time. From here, lift that top leg, bend the knee, land it behind you, right into rock star. So you're gonna lift that top arm up and reach it over your head. Next inhale, back to high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a giant breath in. Empty it all the way out. Glide forward into your high plank. I'm going to switch directions. Take Vashisthasana on the opposite side that you just did. Side plank. Once you feel organized, bring the hand behind your head. Inhale, elbow to the earth. Exhale, elbow to the sky. 4 more. Let the breath guide you down, guide you up. 2 more breaths. 1 more time. Lift that top leg, bend the knee, land it behind you, rock star. 1 more time. Feel a big lift up through the heart, and then reach towards the front of your mat. Next, inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, come forward, take a seat. And we're gonna open the hips in a half lotus today. By all means, if you need your half pigeon, come into your half pigeon. But I would like to try half lotus with you if you're up for it. So with legs extended out in front of you, I'm gonna bend both knees and come into sort of this Supta Baddha pose. And then I'm gonna take hold of the top leg and slide the bottom one underneath and try to land the top foot right along the top thigh and the top thigh along the bottom foot. And then from there, pull all the flesh out from under you. Keep your chest lifted for the first few breaths. To open up the hips a little bit more, we're gonna keep the lift of the heart, but walk the hands forward. And you can come down as low to the earth as you can, but try not to flex or round your spine here. We're just gonna stay for about 5 breaths. Let's take 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. Walk your hands back towards your legs, lengthen the legs, and let's switch to the opposite leg on top. So again, I like to start with my feet together and then I stack the legs on top of each other. Your shins will make a little X here. Try to have flexion in both feet. And then just notice both sides are very different, so just be very aware of how deeply you can go on this opposite side. We'll settle for about 5 breaths again. Take 1 more breath in, full breath out. We'll walk the hands back towards the legs. Just shake out your legs a little bit. Decide what inversion you'd like to do for practice today. So you can make your way onto your back for waterfall or shoulder stand, headstand, whatever. You can take your legs to the wall for Viparita Karani. Just decide what inversion would be most beneficial today for you. If you're feeling tired, I recommend waterfall with your legs straight up. If you have a little bit more energy, take it into a shoulder stand or maybe even practice your headstand. Just a few breaths. Try to keep your connection to your breath even though you're in a still posture. If you did take a shoulder stand, start transitioning into your plow. So you want to keep lifting upwards without dropping your seat and sort of Waterfall the legs up and over your head. You can keep your knees bent. And we try to keep the chin lifted so that there's plenty of space between your neck and the mat. Take one more breath in your inversion and use the exhale to gently lower yourself down. So before we finish, once you've made your way down, I do want to do just one counter posture. So bring your thighs into your chest and rock yourself up. Lengthen your legs for fish pose. We're going to bring the hands right behind the low back. Drop the forearms to the earth and lift the heart upwards. Let the head gently release back as long as it feels okay with your neck. And then slowly bring the chin towards your heart and sequentially place your spine down to the earth. So little by little, bit by bit, lower yourself down. Set yourself up for your final resting pose here. So it could be just that simple corpse pose with your arms out, your legs out. Okay, if you need some support, use your blocks or your bolster. And just take one more breath in here, really long and deep. As you exhale, settle into rest, into just a few moments of stillness. Close your eyes if they're still open. Shavasana. Moment, just bring your attention back to your breath. Okay, notice the rhythm, notice the sound. Notice what part of your physical body moves when you take that inhale. And as you reawaken the breath and make it intentional again, slowly start to wake up the physical body. Find some movement that feels good. If you have more time to stay in Shavasana, I absolutely invite you to rest for as long as possible so that we allow the nervous system to calm down a little bit more. Since we're limited on time, I'm just going to go through the end of our practice, but feel free to do this part later. So once you've had one more breath, come onto your side into fetal posture. Just a couple breaths here. This is that opportunity at the end of the practice to soak everything in. Notice the space that you've created. Take a moment to honor yourself for even stepping onto your mat this afternoon. Okay, things are a little bit more challenging than usual, so it takes a little more effort, I think, to find that time and that effort to practice. So really honor yourself for creating some space, sort of filling up your tank. And then using the strength of your arms, because the body is so open now, we'll come up to seated. So be gentle about it. We'll sit in Sukhasana with the shins crossed. Hopefully you feel that you're able to sit up taller now that you've opened up all that space through the spine. Let's bring the hands to heart center. We'll take a long breath in and a full breath out. If you're still resting, continue to rest. If not, you can bring your hands right to your third eye center. And with love, gratitude, and deep respect always, we'll complete our practice by bowing. Namaste.